it happen. So you see the red light? It's time, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, welcome back to the Whatif Podcast, where possibility begins. It's your boy CJ.
It's your boy Trav. I'm here.
And it's your boy Jones.
Yeah, man. Second week of the live, man. I think we had some pretty good interactions last week, fellas.
Yes, we did, man.
Almost up to 1,000 views. Well, past 1,000.
Yeah, it's past 1,000, man. We on the other side of 1,000, man.
Yeah.
Good job, fellas.
Good job.
Yeah, man. Same format, man. Same format. We ain't really switched up the format yet, so we're gonna keep the format kind of consistent. We starting out with the week, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm going to jump on out there because I'm on vacation. Yeah. I am, man. Next 5 weeks, man.
5 weeks.
I
Ain't no vacation.
I felt like a teacher. Little shade out there. But I'm sitting at the table with the two educators, man. So, yeah, I feel like a teacher. I feel like I'm on summer break, winter break, one of them breaks they be getting.
5 weeks, though.
Yeah, man. So, next 5 weeks, man, your boy at the house. And y'all know what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I'm vacation from UPS, but I ain't vacation from work, man. I'm taking the 5 weeks straight just to put some things in motion, man, just to have the time, and then the time to set a better cycle for myself. You know what I mean? I wake up real early in the morning to go to work. Time that I would like to be meditating, time to do my yoga, time to do my stretching, time to work out. Just putting together a schedule. Yeah. And halfway jokingly, you know, I was walking out the building and somebody said, they said something, I forgot what they said about make sure you come back or something like that. I was like, hey, things work out. I might not be there. You know what I mean? But we'll update that as it goes along, man. But like I said, man, excellent week, man. Had a lot of movement in the real estate field. Had a lot of movement. Y'all see the papers over there. Had a lot of movement with the trucking company. Actually got an appointment set up this Wednesday to ride down there on the ports, man, and do a little something with my future endeavors. So, good connections, good networking, good week, man. Y'all fellas talk to me, man. How was it?
Man, my week was pretty good, man. Nothing to complain about, as always.
Okay.
Nothing that really stood out to me this week. That was nothing really. Same old. Nice week. I tell you what though. These last few days, man. You know, I'm headed to Jamaica next month, man. So
Jamaica.
Wagwan.
Trying to get right, you know. So last few days, man, I started this 7-minute ab workout. And that thing is brutal.
Oh, yeah?
I don't think I made it through without stopping yet since I've been doing it.
Oh, it's 7 minutes straight, just transitioning different
7 minutes straight.
7 minutes is a beast.
I think it's 2 30-second breaks. Yeah. Boy, that thing, I don't even think you'll be able to do it, boy. It's yeah, man, that thing brutal, but I'm excited about that. Another good thing, man, I got everything on and popping with my book, man.
Yeah, man, tell us about that, man. Talk to me.
Man, I just got everything really set in stone with my book, man. So hopefully by the end of the week, I have my book printed and published, and it'll be here. Right now, I'm looking to do my book signing sometime in February. I think we're shooting for the date, February 16th.
You got a host for that yet?
Oh, man, your boy Truly C. Jizzle.
Put me in the game, coach.
Yeah, man, if everything work out like I wanted to, I'm going to have my boy C. Jizzle as the host.
I can't wait for that, man. That'll be good.
Yeah, man, so I'm really excited about that. Got a few more books coming right behind this one.
Hey, man, do the Whatif team get a highly discounted copy?
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Right. I want to see if I can somehow stick that Whatif logo in a book somewhere.
That'd be so. Whatif Publishing.
Yeah, we need to look into that.
Hey man, you need to look into everything.
I like that. Yeah, man. But that's what's going on with me, man. Like I said, can't complain. Everything good. I'm still here. Still blessed, and that's what it is.
Man, I really like talking about the weeks, man. Just to know, man, you know, like progression. You know what I'm saying? Like, really got things in motion, really got things happening, man. So we say the best for last.
Best. Oh.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Talk to it.
It's your boy in charge, J Lane.
What you got?
This week was a great, awesome week. First, of course, I'm blessed to see another day. Kick it with my brothers, chat with them. Every day we have our, conference call of now devotion. So eager to participate in that. But pretty much, it's been a great week. Well, of course, I think Monday was Martin Luther King Day, right?
It was.
So, of course, you had a little holiday. Well, some people had a holiday. Some other people work. But needless to say, so, of course, it was a great day Monday. Just felt somewhat the love in the atmosphere, sort of say. And then just fast forward to, like, in the middle of the week, of course, I had to go to court, traffic court and stuff like that.
How'd that work out?
Oh man, it worked out great. Pretty much, I was kind of nervous at first, but man, it was awesome, man. I went in there and God worked in my favor and dismissed all charges, traffic charges, stuff like that, and pretty much walked out. I had to pay no fine, no court fees, nothing. So, no blessed in that aspect.
So you didn't pay no bond. No court fees, no traffic fees, no nothing.
Nope, no money at my pocket. No, like you said, no bond, no.
You ever been to court like that? I ain't gonna lie to you. I done did a lot of things. I ain't
never walk out of court like that.
I ain't never walk out not on nothing.
Yeah, well, I felt like the man though. I ain't gonna lie that day.
I ain't never walked out not on anything.
But yeah, man. So that was Wednesday, and that was just pretty much it was a great day for me Wednesday. I was high in spirits, just happy about everything, and just thankful first and foremost. And that's pretty much it. I did a lot of Ubering this week, Uber Eats. I don't let nobody get in my car, but yeah, Uber Eats. So
I ain't gonna front, man. He talking about that, but I might look into that Uber Eats.
Yeah, man.
I got signed up myself, man.
It's real
I had
sweet.
an Uber account, but they ain't have no Uber Eats.
It just recently started in Savannah.
So yeah, I've been riding around getting it like 2 chains, delivering, food and stuff, and pretty much, just been doing that. But like I said, man, it's been a thankful week, man. Just gave me the week to just to ponder and just think about life and think about my loved ones, and yeah, man.
That's good, man. You mentioned 2 things, man. You mentioned pondering and thinking about life. We'll talk about that today.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the conference call that we do every day, man. Yeah. I wish that a lot of people could be present on the conference calls, man. They really are pretty enlightening. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We have good conversations on the conference calls. Mm-hmm. And I think it kind of keeps us kind of synchronized, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, something that's been coming up on the conference call this week actually lead to our conversation for today. And we kind of got into suffering. You know what I mean? Suffering, right? Yeah. Suffering. So just as a working definition, suffering. I remember early in the week when we were on the phone, you actually looked up the Webster definition of suffering. Mm-hmm. You remember just generally what it said?
I want to say it was like dealing with pain or something like that. Something that had to do with dealing with pain. I don't know. I couldn't remember what. Hey.
I think if I can remember what you said, it did say pain, but it said mental or physical pain. Mm-hmm. I think those are 2 distinctions that it made between mental and physical pain. So, Trav, I see you looking up the definition, but Big Job is just outside of the Webster definition. We're talking about suffering. What's your definition of to suffer?
To suffer is just overall pain. Like, first thing to the mind is pain. Like, dealing with some type of, I won't say adversity, but dealing with, you could say some adversity, but just dealing with pain, like you said, it could be mental, physical. Like, for example, mental, like a lot of people suffer from depression. Like, it's pretty much the tackling your thoughts and your minds, and just pretty much how you feel and stuff like that. So that's the first thing that jump out of my mind, like, what it means to me.
So you said depression. I guess when you use the word pain, because I tell you, I feel that pain and suffering are different. Mm-hmm. with pain being more temporary and suffering being the unnecessary extension of pain. You know what I mean? So I guess suffering is rooted in pain. I always like to preface it as these my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? It's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But suffering probably being the unnecessary extension of pain. Like pain is something you can't get away from. You know what I mean? Like I stubbed my toe in the bed. Like I stubbed my toe in the bed. You know, that brings me some physical pain. Yeah. But if that pissed me off for my whole day, that might be a little bit of form of suffering. You know what I'm saying? Taking this one-time event and extending it.
Right.
Trav, what'd you come up with over there?
Just the definition that I got that I see. It said be in pain, feel pain, be racked with pain, agonize, be distressed, in distress, experience hardship. That's just some of the definitions I got when I look up.
Okay.
But when I know when we spoke earlier, earlier this week, you asked me about, what does suffering mean to me. And basically what I said was I think suffering was just settling for less.
Okay.
I just think, excuse me, I just think, it's just settling for less. And in pain, sometimes pain comes with you settling for less, even though you may not know it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like, every day. If, for example, like some people suffer on their job every day. You know what I'm saying? Because they settling for less. They settling for less. They not living up to their full potential, doing what they could do to get in a position that where they really want to be.
Right. So
instead of, like we say, using that potential, using that energy to do what they need to do, they just rather be stationary, be comfortable with where they are, but still at the same time they suffer.
So comfort could bring a level of suffering.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we talking about suffering. I feel right now we just got into some things that cause suffering. But I'm gonna bounce this off there of y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. So I say suffering comes from a misidentity.
Okay, I can get with that.
You know what I mean? Suffering comes from misidentifying yourself with the wrong thing. Right? And when I say misidentity, I mean, one of the greatest questions of any human existence is probably, who am I or what am I? Would y'all agree with that? Yeah, one of your biggest questions, like if you had to say, who am I? I mean, what you gonna come up with? Who am I? I'm CJ. I'm Jizzy. I'm a supervisor. I'm a ex-football player. I'm black. I'm a male. I'm a man. I'm married. What am I?
Yeah.
That's what people gonna come up with for the most part. You know what I'm saying? That's what you gonna come up with. You pretty similar. A little lighter, but male. You know what I mean? Yeah. Male. You know what I'm saying? You coming up with the same things? That's my question. I mean, that's generally what you're gonna come up when you ask the question, who am I or what am I?
Yeah. I feel like you could throw in another question.
Talk to me.
What am I doing?
Okay. Or what am I supposed to be doing?
What I'm supposed to do.
What is my purpose?
Yeah, what am I doing here? Like you said, what is my purpose?
I got you.
Yeah.
But all these kind of questions, right? But, and this is something that we talked about on the conference call now. So, who am I? Am I those things? Am I CJ? Is that me? And the thing that we got into before now, we had a discussion about this now. And my boy John Wilson preached me down. Preached me down now. And I ain't saying he wrong. I'm just saying he preached me down. You know what I mean? My man said, I am my mind. You know what I mean? He said that he was the mind. He identified with the mind. And I disagreed. You know what I mean? So then I brought it to the forum. I brought it to the podcast. And boom, before I knew it, it turned from 1-on-1 to 3 against 1. You know what I'm saying? It was quick, too. Before I knew it. But nevertheless, through some conversation, I feel like we kind of came to the conclusion I'm probably not my mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'll tell you why I say that. Why I say I'm not my mind. I come to the understanding that my mind and my body both being the same. You know what I mean? 'Cause I think when people say the mind, they like relegate that to being your brain. And I don't feel like that's what your mind is. I feel like your mind and your body are like one. You know what I mean? Just like you can have just like anger could have a physical manifestation in the body. You know what I mean? They work in tandem.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when I say mind, I'm talking about mind, body together. I feel like they both the same thing. Right?
Right.
But my mind and my body are like this activity or this experience. They this ongoing thing. You know what I mean? They always changing. You know what I mean? So if I then say, well, I'm my mind or I'm my body, I'm always changing. You know what I mean? I'm just I'm up and down. I'm all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything that happened gonna twist and turn me all these different ways. You know what I mean? Which is why I see a danger of holding on or saying that I'm the mind or that I'm the body, right? Because one thing that we suffer with is impermanence, but that's like the basis of life. Life is impermanent. It's always changing.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we had to come to the understanding that we are something more consistent behind the mind and the body, right? I would say I'm the awareness of experience, right? Experience being the mind and the body. I would also say that my mind and my body are probably my greatest commodities.
Right.
Like, they probably the best things I got working for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but they can't be me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if they me, then my goodness. And then what happens when you get older and closer to death? Then you really start nutting up. You know what I mean? You know, when you feel me?
Yeah.
So just working with that, I mean, what y'all fellas think about that as far as, you feel like you the mind? You feel like you are your mind?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm more heart too. Like my heart is pretty much defines me too.
You say heart, you mean like this like a spiritual thing?
I don't want to say I'm gonna say spiritual. But I would say like
heart. I am heart. Like heart.
I want to say I am heart, but like you said, like your body. I feel like my heart is a part of it too, because the content of my heart, like pretty much that's one thing I think about. The first thing that comes to my mind.
I'm saying this heart, this like love or okay, compassion, stuff like that. All right.
Sorry, throw that. Oops, sorry. Throw that curveball.
Curveball. What you got, Charles?
I think, just like I told you earlier, when we first started having this conversation, I was on the other side of the fence.
I remember you was over there.
I was too.
I remember you was over there.
But, throughout our conference calls this week, you know what I'm saying, it just made it clearer and clearer and clearer of what you were saying as far as, we not our minds. You know what I'm saying? We aren't necessarily our thoughts, because sometimes, like you said, we having thoughts that we don't even know about most of the times.
Right.
And sometimes we have thoughts that, like we say, we not aware of, or some that we are aware of, and you're like, hold on, why I'm thinking that? Like, that ain't me.
And the majority of the thoughts are like borrowed.
Yeah.
Something I saw or heard. Something I picked up through perception.
Right.
Okay.
So to say that you are the mind or you are your thoughts, I had to come on over on your side, my brother.
Because it could quickly cause a misidentity.
Yeah.
I'll give y'all an example. So y'all know, your boy hit the gym this morning, right? I hit the gym, and the owner of the gym come up to me, and we having a conversation. We talking. So I say, all right, man, I'll catch you. And he said, all right, boy. This an older white man now, like an old white man. He said, all right, boy. And like, boy, you know what I'm saying? Not bold, boy. He was like, all right, boy. So I instantly experienced this, I guess the word is anger, but kind of like I felt kind of disrespected. You know, well, I'm not going to say I felt disrespected. I want to say there was an experience of anger. There was an experience of disrespect, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that came from that disrespect or that anger or whatever that emotion may have been came from identification with myself as a black man. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the South, what I've heard through history, and you know, for some reason, boy was a derogatory term for me. You know what I mean? Coming from him, because you could be like, "What up, boy?" And I'd be like, "What up?" You know what I'm saying? I won't think nothing of it. You feel me? But for him, you know, but that could have gone to a not probably a desirable place had I identified with that. You know what I mean? Right. But what I did, I didn't have to do this, but what I did is, first and foremost, I have a kind of an understanding that I am the awareness of that. I was aware that I was having an experience. I felt it. You know what I mean? I was aware that there was a feeling right there. Right? And it was kind of even an uncomfortable feeling, but I was aware that there was a feeling. But I'm cool with purely being awareness, right? I don't want to be conditioned to, all right, if a white man called me boy, I got to be mad. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't want to be conditioned to that. I don't want to confuse who I am with that. I was aware of it, but like I said, the mind is always, it's up and down. Because once I got in my car and rode away, I felt totally different. Yeah. That was just in that moment. You know what I'm saying? So, and then when I got home and I explained it to my wife, it was actually funny at that point. So it had went from a situation where I was kind of upset, or there was an experience of feeling upset or whatever that feeling may have been, to boom, I got home and started talking about it to somebody else. And even talking about it now, that whole experience is gone. Yeah. The experience was just, it happened. You know what I'm saying? I experienced it, but it's gone. And then what are some things we experience? Well, we experience our perceptions. Right? We experience our thoughts, and our thoughts are probably like our interpretation of those perceptions. Right. And then we experience our emotions, which are probably interpretation of those thoughts. Okay. You know what I mean? What's some other things we experience? We experience our desires, you know what I mean? Nevertheless, we experience these things, but I'm more of the awareness of those experiences rather than saying I am the experiences, right? Because if I say, well, I am mad or I am angry, people, you know, you take it to a religious field, they say, you better be careful what you speak. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to speak that because that's not me. Just because I'm having an experience or something does not mean, what y'all think about that? Like, experience versus me.
Real quick, man. Shout out to our boy Vic, man, who tuned in, man.
Big Vic?
Yeah. I was about to say shout out to everybody, man. We got a lot of people tuning in.
Shout out to everybody who tuned in right now,
but your boy Vic
he just posted. He said a wise man sees with his mind. Your mind is your intake. It's basically what you're feeding yourself.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I like that. That's why I wanted to put that out there. We see you, man. Appreciate the comment. Appreciate you tuning in. Everybody that's tuned in right now.
Thank you for the love and support, man. What if? Like I said, we try to build some no-limit soldiers. You know, a little army, so everybody can be on one accord.
Here you go. Yeah. We gave him a mic.
I am started.
We gave him a mic. He turned into a rapper. Then one day I saw him singing. Yeah, man. But just as far as we got experience and then we got I. Yeah. You feel like those things are the same? Do you have a differentiation between the two for yourself?
Most definitely. Like I said, we was talking on a conference call, and I think when you kind of broke that down to me, that's what made me realize, okay, yeah, I see where you're coming from. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like we talk about all the time. Like, man, I could be on Facebook and see something and see somebody doing this or doing that. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm a teacher, you know, I make a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying? But I know they ain't doing what I'm doing.
You remember that Stop Hating podcast?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but like you say, I become aware of what I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, right. And thoughts that I'm having. And like, okay, like you said, and now I've been making it my business this last week to be like, okay, I'm having an experience, like you said, versus saying, oh, this is one of my thoughts of attaching that I to it. You know what I'm saying? Not attaching that, I'm hating. No, I'm not hating because that's not me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just had an experience. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we all have. As humans, we all have them.
Right. And the conditions are kind of, the experiences are kind of conditioned. Right. Well, when the thoughts or the way that you interpret the perceptions are conditioned. Your thoughts are pretty conditioned. You know what I mean? The way you think comes from all of these different constructs.
Right.
Your race, your religion, your sex, all these things are going to determine, right? Like a male is generally going to think different than a female. A black man is generally going to think different than a white man. You know what I mean? Somebody with a degree is probably going to think different than somebody with money probably going to think different than somebody without.
Right.
Like all these different things are going. So, boy, to say that I'm my thoughts, boy, you get into some real shaky type. You get into something real shaky. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be all over the place, right? Rather than I am awareness, right? And I can choose a particular thought to go with if I want to. You know what I mean? I can choose to blow up at the man with the jam. I could choose to be like, all right, and ride off, understanding that. So I am where experience occurs, right? I'm where experience occurs, but I'm also where experience subsides. Because all experience begins and it ends. You know what I mean? I was talking to a dude at the job the other day, and he didn't even mean to, but he said it, and he was really joking, but it really touched me. He was like, we were talking about how the job is kind of up and down. He's like, yep, you go up a hill just to come down the same. You know what I mean? Basically, like life is like going up a hill to come down another one. Yeah. And I was like, dang, I thought about it. I was like, hey, that was kind of good right there. He didn't even realize what he had said. I was like, I guess you could describe life like that if you wanted to give it an image. You are kind of going up a hill just to come down a hill. And going back over here, and that's kind of the same thing as far as I'm experiencing these things. So my experience occurs and then it subsides. Yeah. And then it occurs and then it subsides. So then suffering, right? So then this suffering thing come in because we want permanence. You know what I mean? We want things to be the same. Jarvis, I just want you to act like you acted yesterday. You know what I mean? I want you to be the same. Trav, I want the same thing from you. With my bank account on the one, I want it on the one. I always want it on the one. I don't want Georgia Power coming trying to take this from it and, you know what I'm saying, take that from it. And all these different things.
But I want my lights on, though.
But I need my lights on. I don't want them on. I need my lights on. I need my lights on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just saw my auntie pop right there, man. Yeah. Giving the shout outs, man. Shout out to my auntie Parlay.
She said, man. Right, cultural backgrounds and copying mechanisms construct through patterns by having personal, let's see. Hold on, the rest of it ain't showing up on my phone.
Okay. So she basically talked about what I guess that's when we were discussing condition. You know, how the mind is conditioned. But this suffering come when you try to grasp something, right? I try to keep it the same. I take this ever shifting life and I take hold of it. And I say it gotta be like this. It gotta be like this. You know what I mean? Because that's how the conditioned mind works. We talked about before that, the brain or the mind is survival. It's about doing the same way you did something yesterday. Right. So I suffer when I say it has to be this way. I smoked yesterday. I got to smoke today. Even if another part of you saying, no, don't smoke. You know what I'm saying? Don't smoke, please. You know what I mean? You're like, I got to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Need this.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I got to, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, when somebody says something to you like that last time, you got angry. You got to get angry this time. You know what I mean? And that's where that suffering come in. You know what I'm saying? That's past pain. Now you suffering because you are making something permanent that's not permanent. Right. You know what I mean? Or you identifying with something as permanent. I'll tell you what's permanent. Your awareness is permanent. To say I am awareness, I am always experiencing these things. You know what I'm saying? That is a true identity of yourself. I am awareness, you know what I'm saying? But to say that I am my thoughts and I am my mind, now you're going to try to grasp something that's you want I to be constant, right? So you're trying to make something constant that's always shifting. Don't you think that would cause you to suffer?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got me going in circles.
Okay. But I mean, on the serious tip though.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like that would cause you to suffer?
Yeah. Because like you said, you making something permanent that is not. Like you said, you are your awareness. And it's crazy how we keep talking about that. Because when I begin to talk to people, like I'm more aware of what I say and what people say, so I can take heed and interpret it correctly. Because, like I said, you are your awareness. Everybody interpretates something different from what I may interpret something.
Tear it up,
And you interpret something. So it's like just being aware of it. And like I said, you had it spot on. You just said like just having temporary things making it permanent. But yeah, I feel it.
Just on the basic level, what my man said to me at the gym, those were just sounds. They were words. They were sounds.
Mm-hmm.
He said something. I made the meaning. You know what I mean? He just said something. I don't know what his intention or meaning. I made the meaning from it. You know what I mean? And from that meaning, I got a certain emotion from it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then that on and on. But that was a whole experience. But at the very basic level of just perception, because I'm experiencing perception, so I just experienced the sound.
Mm.
And then my mind took on what boy meant coming from him. You know what I mean? Coming from him, boy meant something different. Yeah. You know what I mean? My mama don't call me boy a million times, and it ain't mean nothing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Suffering, trying to hold on to something that's ever shifting. You think? Could you see that causing a problem?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think it caused more than a problem. That caused depression, anxiety, all of that stuff come with, and I don't think people realize that.
Right.
But I think all of that come with trying to say, yeah, this is who I am. These are my thoughts. This is who I am. But like you say, man, your thoughts change every day. You probably have 1,000 different thoughts every day, and you can't hold on to those and say these are me, good or bad thoughts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know sometimes people think when they have those bad thoughts and stuff like that, they try to blame it. Well, this is all my fault, and you know what I'm saying. That's another people that causes people, like I said, to be depressed and have all kind of problems and not want to continue or go forward in their life because they just feel like, oh, this is what's always been going on. This how it's got to be, and I just got to deal with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And no, it's not, because it's something that's constantly changing. And like we say, you just got to be that awareness, man. You have to be aware of this is what's going on. This is why it's what's going on, and I need to adjust or I need to make a change so I can be where I need to be or be what I want to be or do what it is that I need to do.
Right. I'm with you on that, man. And it's also, something that's real important to remember or understand is we're not saying that the mind and body are bad things. Yeah. Like I mentioned before, they're your greatest commodity. They probably the greatest thing you got in this life.
You got it for free. I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to go there.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got it for the free.
For free.
You know what I'm saying? And you got it for the free. But you need them. You know what I'm saying? They are necessary. They the greatest thing you got as far as taking care of them and appreciating them. You should appreciate your mind and your ability to even have thoughts. You should appreciate your body and your ability to even experience the world. And these mechanisms, we talk about perceptions, your touch, sight, smell. I mean, try to do that with no ears. You know, it's like try to hear something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are great commodities. The thing is, like you were saying, Trav, as far as somebody feeling like, oh, I did it like this day, I got to do it like this, and then being able to break out of these cycles or these habits, just understanding that your mind is just a tool. It's just something you got. It don't have to be you. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like that thought, then just go, all right, I'm going to go to the next one. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be a next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. Right? And you figure that out after about 2.5 minutes of meditating. You be like, God.
Yeah, man. I remember when I first started meditating, and I just used to sit in there. I'd be sitting in the quiet room with my eyes closed and having all kind of thoughts. I'm like, this can't be right. It's not meditating.
I think I'm doing it wrong.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. Like it's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. And then you understand, like, oh snap, well, all that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I'm what's seeing all this going on, but I'm not the all that's going on.
I just gotta detach myself from all of that and just let them go.
Exactly. Just let them ride, man. And then what you'll notice is they always going. You know what I mean? That's when you start to notice how ever changing it is. You know what I mean? And then it also helps you to understand that I'm something more permanent behind it. I'm aware of all these things, but I used to say that I was all these things. You know what I mean? If I hear something, boom, the first thought that come up, boom, all right, that's me. That's what I'm going with. I'm on that now. Like I said, all these conditional responses. So yeah, man, in my opinion, man, that's where the suffering comes from. The suffering comes from a misidentity, basically.
It's not knowing who you are.
Not knowing who you are, misidentifying with who I am. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that I have a mind and I have a body, but I'm not my mind and I'm not my body. Right? Mm-hmm. I am the awareness or the consciousness or the spirit, or you can get into the terminology war if you would like, but I am behind those things. I am what's behind those things. I am what experiences those things, but I am not the experiences themselves.
Right.
All right? And that could lead to a very healthy place. You know what I mean? It could actually lead to a breakthrough, because
lead to that abundance we was talking about last week.
You think it can't when it can?
It's crazy. And man, I could say, bro, I'm living proof of that, man. It's just crazy, bro, how much has changed in my life over these, really, since we, started been doing this podcast, which was about, how long we been doing this now?
It's the 24th?
24.
But we started in what? 20. August, September?
6 months.
Yeah.
1 a week, 6, 12, 18, 24, 6 months.
And it's bro, it's amazing, bro, when you sit down and you know the difference between those experiences and that I.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's you and what ain't you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What to deal with and what not to deal with. You know what I'm saying? As they say, what song to dance to and what song not to dance to.
You better not be trying to dance to all of them.
Because you can't dance to all of them.
You can't dance to all of them. And that's it. And if I had to give an example, I know I gave the example of my man at the gym. That just happened this morning. But even with the wholesaling, the real estate, I've never been in sales before. I'm not a trained salesman. Yeah. So a certain part of, I guess, fear and anxiety comes when it's time for me to call somebody. You know what I mean? And I experience it. I'm like, dang, okay. I feel that. That's fear. You know what I mean? And fear has a certain kind of feeling. It's like a physical manifestation. You know what I mean? And I can feel it. Right?
I was about to say that.
It's something that you can actually feel. And I guess if you ever had to give a speech or something and you felt the dry mouth and all that, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, I can feel it, but do you identify with that feeling as you? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I am aware that I am having an experience. I'm aware that I'm having a feeling. But it becomes very detrimental if I say that feeling or that fear is me, because then I might not make the call. You know what I mean? Because it's okay for me to experience that. I know that as that experience has risen, it's also going to subside. It's not the constant. You know what I mean? It's not what it... Because what I've also noticed is after I go through that feeling and I make the call, the feeling disappears. I realize it was just like... I have trouble calling it an illusion because it was real. Like I feel like it did happen, but it wasn't truth. You know what I mean? It wasn't what was really going on.
It's just like those dudes that's at the haunted houses dressed up scaring you.
That's all. You remember them when we was little? I remember when we was little and you remember they had it at the fair.
Oh, that was.
Ooh. And I remember coming, like, you get to the end and you coming out, it's like my man come out with a chainsaw. Well, you talking about scared? Yeah. Well, listen. Listen. I wish they could have timed my 40 right then. And all kind of scholarships, man. Yeah. But yeah, man. I hear some people that I listen to and they say, it's illusion and it's not real. And I kind of struggle with telling folks that, like, yo, everything you're experiencing ain't real.
It's definitely real.
Yeah, I mean, I personally feel like it's real, and I'm open to discussion on that. Somebody got a different point of view, but I done felt it, and it done felt pretty real, but it's not reality. Maybe that's the best way to say it. it's you feeling a real thing, but it's not reality. The reality is you can still make the call, and then by going through those, you get a property in the contract. You know, you actually make things happen. Tangible things start happening from your courage. You know what I mean? Courage has a financial equivalent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna say that because, like, piggyback what you were saying, like the fear, like I said, I've been in sales like for a couple of years. Like, I worked for, of course, retail, cricket, and Metro. So my biggest,
shout out
to all the cricket and Metro
sponsors.
Yeah. But what was my fear like when I first got into sales? My fear was rejection. My fear was fear of failing. And what you said, everyone interpreted fear of failure differently. Like you said, it takes some encouragement, like you just said, to pretty much prevail. Like, for example, Bill Gates, all those successful people, they was rejected plenty of times.
Yes, they were.
Started off in the garage with Bill Gates, right?
A lot of them started off in the garage.
And
Bill Gates was one.
Yeah, and like I said, Michael Jordan, like I said, I talked about a couple weeks ago about facing adversity. Like, you have to get knocked down a couple times to get up. But like I said, your experience and your awareness of and how you interpret failures is different from everybody. So you just got to be tuned in and aware of the situation, aware of the experience, so to say. So yeah, I just want to throw that in there.
I get that, man.
Yeah, that way.
I get that. That kind of came out on a mistake, but I like that, man. Real versus reality. You know what I mean? Just because you're experiencing something does not mean that it's your reality. Mm-hmm. Man, it's a real. Your feelings are real. It's a real thing that's occurring, but they don't necessarily have to be your reality.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It don't have to be how things end up. Like, you don't have to say, "Oh, if I'm fearful, then I shouldn't do it." Mm-hmm. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the suffering thing, and then that probably even gets into what you said, Trav. You said one of the reasons people suffer is because they settle for less. Well, why do people settle for less? A lot of times it's out of fear. I mean, you got to put something on it. It's out of fear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Trav, you said as far as working the wrong job. Well, this job, I linked this job with my survival. So we said how you were like the lights and the water and all those things. You know, if I give up this job, then in my mind, I'm also giving up lights and water and food and gas money. I like all that goes with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that may be a different podcast.
Yeah.
But definitely could lead to suffering. You know what I mean?
Definitely settle for less. You can also throw relationships in that too. People getting in relationships, settling for less, and damaging themselves because they don't know their worth.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, I mean, you could throw a lot of examples out there.
And people get into relationships holding on to a thought of what they think relationships supposed to be like.
Because of the last relationship.
Because of the last relationship, or because of a relationship you saw on TV.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean? Because when I got
that's
married.
That's definitely what people see nowadays.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, like, especially when I was in school, like, I ain't gonna down my ladies, but all the ladies is watching Love and Hip Hop and all the reality, they see those people relationships and they think, oh, that's what's popping, that's what I need in my life. Like, it's crazy how, I don't want to just turn it. Just
go ahead, man.
But there's a lot of people, like, I hear, like, I want me a hood dude, or I want me, I'm sorry to say that, but I'm just saying, it's like, that's what they interpret. I need me a hood dude, I need this type of dude to satisfy me, please me, but a lot of people, like I said, they don't know their worth, so they settle for less and get in door relationships, and then as soon as you know, like, you're pretty much I don't want to say a dull person, but you pretty are, because like we always say, an iron sharpens iron. So if you get a iron with a dull substance, you become to be dull too.
Eventually, life is gonna dull out.
Yeah. Like I heard another person say, like when somebody wears, like, say we go to a finish line or Foot Locker and you try on a shoe, it feels different when a lot of people worn that shoe. But if a lot of people haven't worn it, it's kind of fairly feels different, like kind of a new shoe. and you pretty much you could interpret that relationship if you getting tried on, pretty much. I don't want to say it like that,
I was
but
wondering where you was going with this.
I didn't know it was gonna end up there.
But I said I heard this before.
If them brothers trying you on and trying you on.
But I'm saying if you get one, I mean let's say.
I'm like, where you going with this?
I'm sorry to say it like that, but I mean, all right. Everybody know I'm goofy, but in all seriousness, I should have said it like that. But if you getting
try it on,
I want to say try it on. But if somebody keep using you and using you and using you, you become not to be that same person.
I feel you. Yeah, I feel you.
I'm sorry for everybody who
You ain't feeling nobody, man. Listen. Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But holding on to these things, man, even like what Jarvis was talking about, man, holding on with an image of how you think things should be because of what you've seen or how your mama marriage went or whatever you got the thought from, you know what I mean? And Trav, you married. I'm
5 years in a couple weeks, man.
I'll be four right behind you, man.
Yeah.
I'll be four in May, you know what I'm saying? You know, I messed around and said 5 the other day. My wife was like, wait, what? Better tighten up.
She hit you with that boy, too.
She hit with the boy. I wasn't even mad. But when I speak for myself, I know you probably the same, man. When I got married, I had a certain thought about how I thought it was supposed to be, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
And had I held on to that thought instead of being willing to just be awareness and experience, you know what I mean? Things could have quickly gone south, you know what I mean? And when I forgot what the divorce rate is, but I know it's pretty high. I think it's
very high.
It's 50% or higher. I know that for sure. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that's why, and that's suffering, you know what I mean? But I'm sure that's why, some of them probably shouldn't have been married anyway, but nevertheless, he did, you know what I mean? Mm. That comes from suffering, man, because you are trying to make permanent. You have a thought or, you know, something that's happening, you're trying to make it permanent. Even things that have happened from your childhood. You have created this permanent ideology of how you feel that things are supposed to be or how you feel things are going to be. Or, right, you may have got rejected by this person, so now everybody who fits that criterion will reject you, you know what I'm saying? And it's not true. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm. And instead of experiencing things, you just put that stamp on it. You no longer experience. You just say, "Boom, that's how it's gonna be." I don't even have to experience. Boom, I already know what that's gonna be like. You know what I mean? Cheating. And then now you're no longer the awareness of experience because you're not having experiences anymore. You know what I mean? You've identified yourself with your mind. You've identified yourself with your body. You identified yourself with your conditioning. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now you're just existing. You're just existing. You've taken the essence of life out of it, right? We're going to go ahead and close up, man. I don't know how long we've been going, but I feel satisfied. How about y'all?
Yeah, man. I think it was a pretty good dialogue.
I think it was pretty productive, man.
Very productive. I feel like this message needs to get across because a lot of people, it's a time and era now that people really don't know who they are. It's an identity crisis. People seeing stuff and thinking that that's them and it's not. So this is a great message. It need to get out pretty much.
And what you're talking about, Jarvis, may be advanced because, or it may be accelerated, may be the word, just because now you can see a lot more stuff. You know what I mean? Because we already said your thoughts are built off your perceptions.
Your perception.
Well, you can get on social media now and perceive what you could not perceive before. You know what I mean? You could perceive all these trips and all. You could perceive all this stuff that you used to not be able to pull out your phone and see. You know what I mean? Perceive all of these murders and these fights and all of these different things, all of these news articles and all this stuff. And if you have identified yourself with your mind, then now you are at greater risk of losing who you really are because now the information that the mind takes now is far more extensive than it's ever been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One reason why I really don't stroll down social media that much.
I
You know
don't
what I mean? Even when I get on, I'm getting on the iPage to see what's going on or something like that. But as far as getting on the strolling, I don't, because I'll be honest, man. If I had to be real, you know, child, we call it hating, but when I stroll down social media, what I experience for myself is that my body automatically, or my mind automatically goes into this place of lack. You know what I mean? Because now I'm looking at how life's supposed to be. Dang, they in the Cayman Islands. Dang, they in Spain. You know what I'm saying? I'm at work. I ain't even supposed to be on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Bro got the nice Balenciagas on, the red bottoms.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
They look nice, man, but you know, you just like you say, man. But then too, man, a lot of times those folks, I don't want to touch no feelings, but I mean, a lot of times folks just doing that just for the likes. You know what I'm saying?
For the clout.
So, yeah, seriously. So yeah, I try to limit my intake of social media as much as possible. Or I might just stroll through real quick, try to get me a nice little laugh or something off somebody. You know, the video I sent you the other day, man. I thought that was pretty funny, man. So,
I think I sent it back to you.
Yeah, I try to limit my time.
That was funny. Stuff like that. And you know, that's one of the good things about social media, man. You can go in there and get a good laugh too.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. You can go in there and get a good laugh, man.
Laugh at a lot of people.
But man, we're gonna go ahead and close it up, man. And like I said, the format is gonna pretty much stay the same. So in closing, we like to lead the people with something. You know what I mean? And I guess I try to hit you with 1 or 2 words. You know what I mean? But it won't be that. Mine today, man, will probably be stay open.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Just stay open. When I played football at Savannah State, I used to tell them on 7-Eleven. You know what I'm saying? I'm always open, dog. You come over here any day of the week, I'm gonna be right here. You know what I'm saying? So, but stay open, man. You know what I mean? Stay open to experience. Because that's what life truly is, you know what I mean? And that's the blessing behind it, that you have the opportunity to use your body and use your mind to experience everything, limited possibilities. You know what I'm saying? You can experience limited possibilities if you desire to, which everybody desires to, you know what I mean? Everybody desires to expand limitlessly, and that desire is fought by the desire to survive. You know what I mean? And to survive, like I said, you want to survive was built on constancy. You know what I'm saying? Whereas expansion is built on just like limited possibility. You know what I mean? And you have to balance the two. But yeah, man, just stay open to experience, man. Stay open to life, because that's what you truly are. You truly are this awareness or this consciousness or this knowing or spirit, or like I said, you throw your own word on it, but that's who you are. And if you get caught in the limitations of the mind and the body, you know what I mean, which are just tools. If you forget that they're tools and you identify yourself with them, you set yourself up for a world of trouble. You know what I mean? But that's my experience. That's what I've experienced. That's what I've gotten from life. You know, there have been plenty of times that I've set myself up as these ideologies, right? Or what I thought things were. You know what I mean? What I thought a 18-year-old black male was supposed to be doing. So that's what I did. You know what I mean? And it ain't work out good for me. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, my message for the people today, just in closing, will be to stay open. Stay open to life. Stay open to experience. Stay open.
Stay open. I like that, man. If I had to leave the people with something, man, I think I would. I think I'm gonna leave them with man, just dream big. You know what I'm saying? But I know it sounds simple, but you can't just dream. You know what I'm saying? You have to dream big, but you also got to put action behind that. Just dreaming of the person you want to become with no action is just wasting the person who you are. So if you're gonna dream big and make sure it's action behind that dreaming. And man, if you have to, man, something I encourage everybody to do is make you a vision board, man. sit down and, add pictures, words, whatever it is, stuff that you desire, goals you want to accomplish, things you want. Make a vision board, man. I made mine and I hung it up right in my bedroom, right before I walk out the door. So it's right there. So every time I get up, I can see it when I'm laying in my bed. When I walk out of the room, I see it. And, because that's how the mind works. It work off of what you see, too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if there's something you seeing every day and you really want it and you really doing what you're supposed to do or what you got to do to reach it, then you're going to see it. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next year, but it's going to come, man. So have patience and dream big, man. That's me.
And that's a way to use the mind as a tool.
Yeah.
That's how you use the mind as a tool.
Right.
Purpose. On purpose.
On purpose.
Big Jarvis.
It's your boy Jarvis. It's crazy. I just see my mom tune in. Hey, mama, love you. But what I'm gonna leave the people with, I'm gonna go.
Shoes, huh?
Yeah, stay away from the shoes. But nah, I'm gonna leave the people with man, just don't take things for granted, man. Don't take life for granted. Don't take family. Don't take loving other people for granted. Just life in general, don't take for granted. And just also think outside the box. Live outside the box. Don't let somebody else define you. Don't let somebody perceptions define you or stop you from becoming what you want to do. And man, just like I said, just stay humble. Think outside the box. Don't live within the box. I think within the box. And just like I said, just stay humble and just I encourage everyone. I don't know. I keep shouting things out, but I've encouraged people. Have y'all seen Trigger Warning on Netflix? I encourage everybody to go watch that, man. At least 1 or 2 episodes.
What's
man.
that about?
It's just Killer Mike. You know, rapper Killer Mike.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I ain't had a chance to check that out. So.
He's just pretty much
that dude nice.
just thinking outside the box. Like one episode he talked about Christianity, how everyone,
that dude.
The
nice.
society has put that image that it's a white God. And he just get tired of that. Or like, for example, what's another one? Just challenging society things and just stuff in general. That was my favorite topic, favorite episode. I thought about you though when I saw that episode. Just about Christian.
You talking about me?
Yeah. I saw about you, but yeah,
I'll turn up.
Just go watch it. All right, yeah, way.
I'll turn up on the religious talk.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Vic, man. He's very interactive, man. We encourage everyone to do the same. JBA, Jigga Boy affiliate, shot that thing out, Quaco Road, yeah, all that.
Hey, what's up with your man?
Yeah, that way.
Jiggy Boy affiliate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Take it back to 09.
Yeah, take it back to 09,
I know about that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, man. Trav. Oh, you got your notebook today.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready today.
Okay, let's hear it, man. What you got?
Yeah, man. So, once again, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. If y'all want to get in contact with us, y'all can reach us at our email, and that's whatifsavannah@gmail.com. Also, we're here on Facebook, and y'all can find us on Facebook at #WhatifSav. We also on the Instagram, and that's Whatif_SAV. We on there as well. And don't forget, we still got our tutoring going on. That's math, English, all Spanish.
All Spanish.
Yeah.
Todos.
And a little bit of SAT, helping those getting ready for college. More information about our tutoring and all of that, y'all can go on our website, and that's www.whatifsav.com. And follow us on YouTube. Like our channel, subscribe to it, share our videos, watch the videos, and our YouTube channel is What If Podcast. Go on there, search us, and subscribe to our channel, man. Appreciate y'all.
And will you be able to put this down in the links below the page?
Yeah, we can work on that.
All right. Well, we're going to work on that.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Boy Vic with the Spanish,
Oh, he hit
man.
you with some Spanish.
Yeah,
What he
man.
said?
My boy on it today, man.
Bet you don't know what that is.
That's we drinking. I think that would be BJ. It would actually be BMOS instead of the A. It'd be the EMOS. But I think that's what that one's supposed to be.
All right, look at it.
Hey, listen, I got your son and your daughter, man. Put it with your boy, man. I know how to conjugate these verbs, man. But yeah, man. As far as the tutoring and the mentoring, man.
I got. Matter of fact, man. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I got somebody need some tutoring math.
How old are we talking?
Geometry, 9th grade.
Oh yeah, I got that all day.
Yeah, I made the email.
Yeah. C, my brother.
Yeah.
We gotta get them, email them over the little form, man, so we can get them going.
That's what's up, man. Like you know, they 5th grade and below, man. I'm gonna have to pass that baton on.
Oh, that's me. That's me all day.
That's y'all fellas all day, man. Yeah. They hit that middle school. I got you.
High school for sure.
Yeah, man. But they hit that high school. I got you. But always, man. And Trav, you hit it. But man, just want to re-encourage the people, man. Comment, share, like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See the Whatif shirts, man. And on the back, man, we kind of got the name and a jersey number. You know what I mean? Because it's a team effort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I say team, not just us. You know what I mean?
Everybody.
Yeah. You know, it's everybody. If you. What we talking about is something that everybody got. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no exclusive club. You know what I mean?
It's not, because everybody having these experiences, people having these thoughts. We all live in the same life.
Yeah, man.
So, like I said, it's just people think differently. People take stuff for granted. So we just trying to spread the word, man. Positivity and love. You know, like I said, like. Hate is being glorified more nowadays, so like I said, we're just trying to spread the love, spread the wisdom, you know. Like I said, just trying to see, like, hey, man, us 3 brothers came from, you know, Savannah, Georgia, so if anybody can come from, I won't say come from nothing, but come from the bottom and make it, hey, man, anybody can. So like I said, we're just trying to ignite that fire and just, you know, change and challenge thoughts, man, so, yeah.
Hey, that covered it, man. Hey, join the conversation, man. Hey, fellas, I'm good if y'all good.
We good, man.
Yeah, feeling good, feeling great.
Yeah, it is. Hey, baby, this is the Whatif podcast where possibility begins. It's your boy CJ.
It's your boy Trav. I'm out.
And it's your boy Jarvis. That way.
We out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. People gonna hate that.
Gotcha.
You gonna hit it?